as an athlete, Renee, I want to ask you, like, trusting yourself to go back on the court, what is that like? Because we know that Olivia Miles had, from Notre Dame, had an ACL. Cameron Brink and Paige Beckers, that clearly is coming back off of an ACL. And a lot of kids out there are hurting themselves on the court. But what is it like trusting your body again?
That might be one of the worst parts, because it's like you can't play safe in sports. Like the moment you try to play safe, that's when it's dangerous. And so you have to kind of just be fearless and a little bit crazy, because you have to trust that this knee that I couldn't even jump off of 4 months ago, well, let's just try to see if we can jump and cut and move. But that is probably one of the hardest hurdles.
I think about how devastating this is for not only JuJu, but for all USC fans, for women's basketball fans, for basketball fans, for sports fans in general. I mean, she is on top of the world. And when you watch even 5 minutes of TV, you see one of her endorsements. She has an array of endorsements. JuJu is huge. And part of that team, USC has played 1,280 minutes all year long, only 168 minutes without her.
Crazy.
So stars will be born at this point. This is what happens when we see injuries. This is how Tom Brady got his start when Drew Bledsoe went down. This is how Nick Foles.
I knew his
start when Carson Wentz went down.
But no doubt, and you bring up a great point about how much money she's making. I've got on my JuJu shirt, solidarity to JuJu, and my kid is wearing hers today as well. She's going to make money while she's rehabbing, which is incredible. And Sarah, you pointed out something really interesting about the lack of research into women's bodies and how they hold up playing sports.
Yeah, when we looked into it, the way that we train women and the way that we rehabilitate women is exactly the same way that we do with men and men's bodies. And there hasn't been any research into how a woman's body could adapt differently to any kind of training, specific exercises, and specific rehabilitation. So I don't understand why the research hasn't been done into that. I mean, I just feel like there's definitely like a lot of leaps and bounds that we should do with women's bodies, especially when it comes to athletes.